Hello there, this is OBN Horn of Africa English News Service. I'm Anwar Khalil with the news of the hour, now 14 GMT, here in Adama, Oromia, Ethiopia, to the headlines. Council approves key financial agreements and legislative reforms. Public-private partnership agreements signed. Welcome back. That was the video taken from the launching of this year's Green Legacy Initiative by Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed Ali at Addis International Convention Center in the capital. Do stay with us and the news in details. On the 42nd regular session of the House of People's Representatives, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed Ali stresses Ethiopia is on the right track to significantly surpass its projected 8.4% economic growth for the coming fiscal year. The Premier said Ethiopia's macroeconomic reform and the homegrown reform initiatives have yielded results beyond expectations. Akluga Brasmore.
Responding to questions by members of the parliament, the Prime Minister said that despite a landscape of extensive global challenges, Ethiopia achieved a robust 8.1% economic growth last year, and this year's performance is anticipated to surpass the initial targets, signaling a time of Ethiopia's resurgence.
ዘንድሮ እንደተባለውም ለኢትዮጵያ በእጅጉ የማንሰራራት ዘመን ነው።
This year, we've realized the glory of Ethiopia in many aspects through the political, economic, social, and institutional reforms, which is completely different from the past trend that was done through revolution.
The Prime Minister attributed this exceptional performance on multi-sectoral milestones made across several key sectors. Delving into details of each sector, the agricultural sector registered 6.1% growth, and it is expected to show a significant growth. The nation has seen 23 million Ethiopians successfully graduated from the safety net program, underscoring significant progress in food security and rural development. The Prime Minister stated that the industrial sector, a crucial contributor to overall economic expansion, was projected to grow by 12.8%. Under the late Ethiopia Produce movement, the capacity of manufacturing factories has impressively risen from 47% few years ago to 65%, he said, adding the cement manufacturing sector alone has grown by a notable growth of 16% in production. The mining sector, particularly gold exporters, has witnessed a dramatic surge, according to the Premier. He also said from just 4 tons last year, gold exporters have soared to 37 tons this year, translating into a substantial revenue jump from 300 million USD to 3.5 billion USD. Ethiopia successfully hosted over 150 international conferences, attracting 1.3 million tourists, Prime Minister Abiy elaborated. He added that this growth is largely credited to improved visa processing, the expansion of hotels, the development of new destination sites, and corridor development. According to the Prime Minister, the financial sector has also experienced a significant revitalization, with loans increasing by 75% this year alone. A landmark achievement in digital finance has seen the number of mobile banking customers reach 55 million within 3 years. For the first time in Ethiopia's history, digital transactions have eclipsed cash cash transactions reaching a staggering 12.5 trillion birr, PM Abiy said. Furthermore, 11 million small-scale borrowers collectively accessed 24.5 billion birr loans through virtual platforms. He also elaborated that the performance of Ethiopia's foreign reserve has been particularly strong.
ለተከበረው ምክር ቤት በእቅድ ያቀረብነው ኤክስፖርት በዚህ ዓመት $5.1 billion.
Exports initially planned for $5.1 billion USD have exceeded $8.1 billion USD this year, a significant leap from the last year's $3.8 billion USD. This represents an increase of over $3 billion USD from the target and more than double compared to the last year's performance. Remittance inflows have also been robust, exceeding $7 billion USD. The country successfully attracted $4 billion USD in foreign direct investment, and the service sector alone generated $8.3 billion USD foreign exchange.
Prime Minister Abiy further stated that his administration has partnered with new companies for gas exploration, positioning the country for its first ever gas exporters. An agreement has been reached with Aliko Dangote to build fertilizer manufacturing plants in Ethiopia.
Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed Ali states that the root causes of Ethiopia's peace and security challenges lies in misguided political thinking, particularly the spread of ignorance-driven politics, stressing that such misguided political thinking fuels division, incites conflict, and promotes a culture of entitlement detached from genuine effort or contribution. Lata Teresa.
Abiy Ahmed, in his explanation, stated that one of the reasons for the problem of peace and security in Ethiopia is lethargic politics. According to him, such a wrong political thinking is widespread in the country. The premier added that this is causing conflicts and hostility. Prime Minister Abiy stated the existence of perpetrators who cause conflict, thinking they will achieve their goals, and believe that they will overthrow the elected government through force and propaganda.
ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ ያለው የሰላምና የጸጥታ ችግር
Wrong political thought is root cause of peace and security problems. Their main manifestation is the product of political lethargy. It is rampant in our country, leading to conflict, opposition, and hostility. The number of politicians who are unwilling to work, pay tax, and provide services are increasing in our country.
He emphasized the importance to resolving the remaining problems and work together to ensure the sustainability of peace.
ለአማራ የሚያስብ ሰው ይደራጃል፣ ይታገላል እንደናንተ
Those who want to struggle for their people are expected to peacefully struggle in an organized manner, and they can win the election just as you did, because the people of Amara know whom they want to elect. So no need of killing each other. The people of Amara should say, don't kill us and do not die for me. We want peace. They recently has shown such a stance clearly.
He stated that the federal government has repeatedly demonstrated its firm commitment to resolving issues in the Tigray region peacefully. He explained that the people of Tigray never want war. The Prime Minister called on religious leaders and elders in the Tigray region to play their role in ensuring peace now, to prevent the situation in the region not to spiraling into war.
Council of Ministers in its 48th regular meeting today passes significant decisions on vital national matters, including the approval of major financial agreements and legislative amendments. Daniel Jal presents the story.
A primary focus of the Council of Ministers meeting was the unanimous approval of two crucial financial assistance and loan agreements with the International Development Association. These agreements allocate 258.1 million special drawing rights for the second phase of Ethiopia's sustainable and inclusive growth development policy and an additional 27.3 million SDR to support the Express Road Development Project. Both loans are noteworthy for being interest-free, carrying only a 0.75% service charge and structured for long-term repayment, including a a generous 6-year grace period. The Council confirmed that these agreements align seamlessly with Ethiopia's national debt management strategy and has forwarded them to the House of People's representatives for final ratification. In a move aimed at modernizing the nation's fiscal framework, the Council also unanimously approved a draft proclamation to amend the Federal Income Tax Proclamation. This amendment addresses existing gaps in the previous tax law, which were identified in light of current national and global economic conditions. The revised legislation is designed to align Ethiopia's tax system more closely with fundamental tax principles, fostering a more efficient and equitable economic environment. This draft proclamation will now proceed to the House of People's representatives for further deliberation and approval. Finally, the Council ratified a bilateral agreement with the Federal Republic of Nigeria establishing a visa waiver program for holders of diplomatic and service passports. This agreement is poised to significantly streamline official travel between the two nations, eliminating the need for visas for high-ranking government officials, diplomats, and citizens on official business. The Council recognized the agreement's importance in strengthening bilateral relations and has subsequently forwarded it to the House of People's representatives for endorsement. These decisions underscored the Ethiopian government's ongoing efforts to enhance economic development, improve infrastructure, reform key legislation, and strengthen international diplomatic ties.
ግሪን ሌጋሲ እጅግ ዘርፈ ብዙ ትሩፋቶች ያስገኘና ያሉት ስራ ነው።
The Green Legacy Initiative has been yielding significant multifaceted outcomes and stands out as one of the few impactful programs in Africa. Three fundamental reasons contribute to its remarkable performance. First, it has been consistently implemented over consecutive years, targeting a vast number of trees and engaging millions of participants. As we approach the ambitious goal of planting 50 billion saplings, we anticipated that by the end of this year, no fewer than 47.5 billion saplings will have been planted in Ethiopia. With the seedlings we plan to plant next year, we may even reach 53 or 54 billion, while 3 to 4 billion of those saplings may not survive due to planting techniques. We are confident that we will achieve our target of 50 billion.
Welcome back. The country plans to plant 7.5 billion tree seedlings this year. A public-private partnership agreement has been signed between the Ministry of Finance and 7 developers today. Let Teresa has more on that.
During the signing of the agreement, Finance Minister Ahmed Shide said the public-private partnership agreements are part of the government's initiative as new financing and development projects. He explained that the agreements reached will facilitate the implementation of projects that have received special attention from the government through public-private partnerships. Among these are housing developments underway across the city, including the partial Chaka project, which is being carried out in collaboration with the private sector.
What makes the agreement we signed today unique is that it includes a housing development project led by the private sector participation, representing a major initiative of our government. For example, it covers the Sami Chaka Housing Development Project Lot 1, Lot A1, Plot 12, and additional developments within the Chaka area. The Chaka project is indeed a significant urban development initiative at the subsidiary level, implemented through private sector investment.
He confirmed that public-private partnership project is coordinated by the Ministry of Finance will continue to be strengthened by leveraging the favorable conditions created through ongoing macroeconomic reforms.
Following the macroeconomic reforms, particularly the move to a market-determined foreign exchange system, previously raised concerns regarding currency policy have been addressed. Issues related to investing in Ethiopia and the ability to repatriate profits in foreign currency have also been resolved. As a result, we will continue to advance the mega projects we have initiated with greater strength, while also launching new projects. We also expect increased investment through public-private partnership.
The private developers that inked the agreement with the ministry were Ice Home Development and Construction PLC, Ovid Chaka Housing Development PLC, Ovid King's Tower Housing Development PLC, and the Ethiopian Construction Workers Corporation.
Head of Education and Training with Ethiopian National Defense Forces, Lieutenant General Yimer Mekonnen, says the research and consideration of the draft would and should focus on the artificial intelligence and trends of cyber and also technology warfare. The Lieutenant General made the remark during the draft National Defense Research and Development Policy Validation Workshop held today, aimed at enhancing defense capabilities of the nation. Again, Leta Teresa has more.
Education and Training Head at the National Defense Force, Lieutenant General Yimer Mekonnen, highlighted that the validation workshop, which is organized by Ethiopian Defense War College, brought together military officers, researchers, among other stakeholders. Lieutenant General Yimer further stated that the draft policy is of paramount importance to enhance the Ethiopia's defense capabilities and ensure that the army is better prepared to address emerging security threats. The general added that taking emerging military technologies into considerations would lay a foundation for building a more technologically advanced national defense force backed by local military innovations.
The 21st century.
The nature of welfare in the 21st century has changed significantly. We must ensure that nothing is overlooked and that we do not fall behind. I have not seen AI, cyber warfare explicitly articulated in this policy. Therefore, I strongly urge you to consider the evolving nature of modern warfare, which is advancing rapidly.
On his part, Brigadier General Bultita Dese, commander of the Defense War College, highlighted the necessity of a robust defense research and development that aligns with global standards. He also noted the policy aimed at enhancing the technological capabilities of Ethiopia's defense sector by fostering collaboration between military institutions and academic entities.
It is time for our researchers, educators, and we as leaders to look diligently by integrating our resources, knowledge, and time. We must not leave this responsibility to others. The primary goal of this policy is to acknowledge the progress our defense sector has made. While further strengthening national capacity, it also aims to develop skilled manpower capable of preventing and, if occurred, countering threats posed by internal and external anti-peace elements.
I'm very proud of what we've achieved during my time in Ethiopia as ambassador. We've strengthened what was already a good bilateral relationship, but brought it to a higher ground. We've made important commitments to Ethiopia. We'll be building a new chancery. We have an expanding footprint of diplomats in the country. We've maintained our development cooperation and humanitarian assistance and supported priority initiatives that the government has identified for us, like demobilization and reintegration of ex-combatants. We've established a new Canadian-Ethiopian Chamber of Commerce that we think will attract additional Canadian investment over the coming years. And we've worked with many different stakeholders across the country to strengthen people-to-people ties.
Our support now also to the very important key national processes like the national dialogue, the DDR process, transitional justice is key for us to support, but also key for Ethiopia. Right now, when we look at the economic reforms happening in the country, this has been very important for me to bring Swedish companies to improve the trade between Ethiopia and Sweden, focusing on important sectors that we have consensus on about the environment, new energy efficiency, and sustainability issues as well.
Once again, welcome back. And finally, Ethiopia's Airlines' new Porto route is poised to strengthen continental links that go beyond Ethiopia and Portugal relations, fostering broader cooperation across various domains. This new service will include a single stop via Madrid, Spain. Girma Magarsa at the story.
The introduction of the new flight to Porto aims to offer travel options and enhance seamless connectivity for passengers in the area, furthering Ethiopia's airlines' regional expansion across Europe. A stakeholder panel discussion was held yesterday in Porto to mark the launch of the Ethiopian Airlines' inaugural passenger flight to the city. Among the panel participants was Hui Aviz, director of Porto Airport, who noted that the new Ethiopian Airlines flight would serve as a vital link between the two countries across multiple sectors. He stated that the panel discussion reflected a shared interest in integrating the new passenger flight with cargo services.
This route will bring the connection with the biggest hub in Africa. We were discussing the possibilities and the opportunities to grow on the cargo side. In that meeting, we had several partners, business partners, related with the cargo. And what we want to show them is the opportunity that we have having an aircraft like this one. It's a big aircraft, a wide body, a very young, very new aircraft. So this is a big opportunity for the region to have direct flights, even for cargo.
On her part, Karen Strongo, Chief Commercial Officer at Porto Airlines, welcomed the commencement of the Ethiopian Airlines service to Porto, highlighting its potential to enhance Europe-Africa connectivity across multiple sectors.
We're very happy to be celebrating today the first flight for Ethiopian Airlines here in Porto City, which is our big hub for Portugal country, and to access Europe, in the north of Spain, and to access the continent. We are especially happy because this is a very potent and growing city, growing region with strong industry capabilities and strong business capabilities. So this is a very strong part, economic part of the country of Portugal. So we're all very optimistic about Ethiopian Airlines.
Ethiopian Airlines is one of the fastest growing carriers in the global aviation industry. Aviation technology expert John George remarked. The expert expressed confidence that Ethiopian Airlines will be instrumental in facilitating the effective movement of passengers, particularly Africans, Portuguese, and migrants.
Porto is a very important destination because it's the second growing point of Portugal. So I think this is a very important landmark for Ethiopian Airlines growth, because Ethiopian Airlines will have the opportunity to not only connect the 2 points, Addis Ababa and Porto, but also to connect through Addis Ababa to the rest of the world. There's many Portuguese and many immigrants living in Portugal that want to fly to the Far East and points of Africa that Ethiopia covers.
Premier Broadcasting Network, OBN, s'est déjà forgé une solide réputation en promouvant l'Éthiopie à l'échelle mondiale grâce à plus de 20 langues locales et internationales.
Afin d'élargir sa portée mondiale et diversifier son audience, OBN a fini les préparatifs pour commencer ses diffusions en français. Actuellement, OBN est déjà disponible dans 3 langues internationales, anglais, arabe et swahili.
L'ajout du français augmentera des langues internationales proposées par OBN A4, qui permet de toucher les publics francophones d'Afrique, d'Europe et d'ailleurs. Cette marche s'inscrit parfaitement dans les objectifs d'Éthiopie visant à promouvoir l'intégration régionale, l'unité continentale et la solidarité mondiale.
En attendant le lancement de la chaîne OBN en français, nous vous invitons à rester connectés et profiter de nos programmes diffusés 24 heures sur 24 et 7 jours sur 7. OBN, la voix du peuple.
Thank you for watching, and with that we end our news edition. Bye-bye.